Hi everyone. Today we'll discuss one of the most important topics that non-US residents are struggling with when they are registering companies in the US, for example, in Florida, Delaware, Wyoming, other US states. And it can be not so obvious as you think about this, but actually having your contracts, especially like agreements like shareholder agreement or operating agreement, is a huge thing that you need to have settled, and you need to do it properly. And let's treat those agreements as a mandatory, despite the fact that they are not mandatory by the law, but they are. Believe me, they are. First reason why you need to have an operating agreement or shareholder agreement if you have in a corporation is basically the contributions and the ownership of the shares. When we're talking about the contribution and ownership, important thing to remember is we are going to contribute either money or some kind of assets like trademarks, maybe some kind of programmer's code, whatever it is. Something needs to be contributed into your company. And when you're establishing business alone, it's not much big of a deal, but when we try to establish a business with our partner, this is really the case we shall look for. A lot of the owners are really passive about those agreements and they are not intending to help them or just using a templates. And believe me, this is not a good idea. You always need to be careful and you need to be assured that those type of agreements you're signing, they're only beneficial to you and to your company, which is most important thing. So going through the contribution process, it's not that hard to get things contributed, but you need to have those things written down as a list, or you need to have the specific process to be described in order to do it right. And yeah, so you just need to stick with it, and that's all. The next important thing is the decision-making process. When you're registering an LLC or a corporation, it is really important to write down all the ways how you can do decisions and who are obliged or actually who have the powers to do so. And when we're talking about the multi-member LLCs or like corporations with 2 or 3 owners, it's really crucial to have and to write those things carefully. First of all, you need to make sure that there is no 50-50 contributions or not even contributions like management of the voting rights. A lot of businesses are struggling to have 50-50, while, in theory, it looks like it can be a nice thing to have an equal shares and to have an equal votes. Practically speaking, it can lead to a lot of misunderstanding and a lot of stops when you're trying to reach to the destination with something, with your business. And when you're trying to get a nice decision made, which will really help your business to grow, those 50-50 voting rights can really stop you about going forward. So you need to be really careful when you're writing down all the necessary things about voting, about the powers that people and managers or directors have in your corporation or LLC. And the next important thing, you need to protect your business when your relationship with the partner swifts or change. You need to be assured that confidentiality clause is really written good and in the favor of the company, that will really protect everything that you've done over the years of business. Next important thing, it's non-compete and non-solicit clauses. Those type of clauses are really popular, but you need to be careful and you need to write the things according to the local laws and according to the laws of the state where the company is registered in. And the last important thing I want to mention is you need to have a clear exit plan for your business. By saying that, I mean that in a case of sale of the shares or the stock or the membership interest, you need to be assured that the evaluation process, the right of the first refusal are really written down nicely. That in the cases of bankruptcy or like divorces even, you need to have and stick to the plan as it described in your shareholder agreement. It will be all visible, it will be predictable, it will be the way as you predicted it to be. So I really appreciate your time. Thank you very much for watching. And if you have any questions, you can really reach out to me in the comments or even DM me. So have a nice evening and see you.